Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, here is the functional review of the Ezzy rocket stove. I'm going to tell you guys what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Overall, for the price, $54 I think it is, it's a pretty good stove. If you don't want to make one yourself, I know I'll probably get a lot of people telling me that you can make this yourself out of cinder blocks or out of some tubing or things like that. Yes, you can make one, absolutely. However, if you don't want to make one, I think this is a pretty good value for the price. I made one mistake when I started it, and I started the fire with paper, which produced a whole bunch of little, burnt pieces of paper coming out of the top. But once the paper was all out of there and I got the wood going, it's going pretty good, okay? One thing is that this is not insulated. I don't think it is, because the outside of this right here is pretty hot. All right, so this is not something that you would want to trust anyone around this, like a child or something like that. You wouldn't want them to be touching any of this because it's pretty hot, okay? As you can see, it looks like it's working pretty well. I've got really dry wood here, okay, and it's burning up really, really well. And as I said before, for the price range, I really like it. Okay, for the price range for this stove, I really like it. I can see that the workmanship is not, the best that I've seen. Like for example, I wouldn't want to drop this. I'm not saying that if I dropped it, it would fall apart, but I wouldn't want to drop it because I think it may damage it. So if you take care of this and you look after it, you make sure no one gets near it, that you don't trust around it so they don't get burnt, I think it's going to work out pretty good. One thing I did is I grabbed a whole bunch of old wood that I had from old projects, and I put it in there little by little. Okay. Oh, as a matter of fact, let me show you guys my favorite utility knife. This right here. Oh, there's dog. Say hi, dog. Say hey. Say hi. Bella, say hi. Say bow wow. Come here and say hi. Come here. Say hi. No? You guys don't want to say hi? They think they're coming to get treats. Say hi. No? Okay, go play. Go play then. Go on, go play. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this right here, let me put this on the ground so you can see it pretty well. This right here, as you can see, it's got some rust on it and stuff, is because I used the heck out of this knife. It's one of those knives that I just beat up really well. So this is a K-Bar BK2. A K-Bar BK2. And this is a utility knife. It holds a really, really sharp edge, okay, if you sharpen it well. And it holds that edge really well. It's got a window breaker right here, which I don't think I'll ever need to use this, all right? But look at the ridge on it. It's got a 1/4 inch thick ridge. It's so thick you can just pretty much cut anything with this. Like I said, a couple of years ago, I used this knife to cut down like a 6-inch diameter tree because my chainsaw went down. But it is an awesome knife, very, very high quality. The only thing I didn't like about this knife is the sheath that it came with. The sheath that it came with fell apart because the screws weren't tie locked together. But this is an outstanding knife. I think they still sell them at Amazon. I'm not sure if they do or not. But as you can see, this little stove here is going along pretty well. So yeah, this should do the job. And what I did also is I went ahead and grabbed the pot and I filled it up with snow. We'll see how long it takes for the snow to melt. So let's go ahead and put that on there. Let me take a look at my watch. And there you go, you can hear it start working. And right now it's, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's 12:29 and 30 seconds. So 29:30, let's see how long it takes for that snow to melt off. But it's like I said, I've noticed a couple of things. Like if you see down here, you see that bracket down there, it's not where it's supposed to be. It should be under the stove. So just small things like that I notice here and there. That I would think that if I was really in the market for a rocket stove, I would probably spend twice as much and get one of the other ones that they're insulated and they're extremely sturdy. But like I said, this for $53, I think it's a very good value for 53 bucks. So yeah, not bad at all. And what I'm going to do with this is once I'm done using it here, I'm going to clean it up, you know, halfway decent, and I'm going to put it away out of the way so that it can be there. But I can see using this to come on out here during the winter. If I want to fry some fish and I don't want my whole house to smell like fish, I can come out here during the winter, put a pot right up on there, and go at it. So yeah, everything's got its use, and it doesn't use a lot of wood. As you can see, this is the wood I'm using right here. So, and it seems to be working very, very well. I mean, as far as the functionality of it, I don't have any complaints. So yeah, a little bit of wood will go a long way with this. I'm curious to see how fast that snow will melt, though. You can see it's already started to go down. Yeah, but this is what it looks like around when it's burning. You can see the flames coming out of it. The flame looks like it's pretty well controlled too, so it's not like shooting out flames all over the place. And as you can see right here, this grill right here, this will accommodate a really big pot. And I can say that about the grill. The grill seems very sturdy. Okay, it looks like it can take a lot of weight, actually. That grill looks like it can take a lot of weight. So I'll probably try that out later on when I use it again and see if I can put a full-size pot on there and just fill it up with water and see if it'll take all that weight. And I'm guessing that it will. And look at this, that snow is already halfway melted. So yeah, it's doing its job as far as it being a cooking stove. I can see that my fire here is getting a little low, so you got to push that wood in. Another thing that I do like about this is that if you have a piece of wood, for example, that is no longer than here to like here, you can drop it from the top. So like this one, I wouldn't be able to. But you can drop little scraps of wood from the top also. That way you don't have to be pushing these in. And if you only have small scraps left over, you can definitely use them by pushing them in from the top. But you can see there, it's working pretty well. That's the one thing about these stoves, is that I think if you get a really nice long piece of wood, maybe one that comes out about 6 inches past the feeder, it's better because you can just push it in as it goes. But there you go, look at that. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see what my clock is at, my watch is at. We are at 3.5 minutes right now. That's actually pretty darn good because this is snow. Okay, this is snow that we're getting. So let's see how long it takes for it to melt from snow. And then let's see how long it takes for it to get to a boil. Because there you go. The snow is pretty much all melted. There's a few little pieces. See that? There's a few little pieces and they're melting as we speak. So here I'm guessing that in about another 20-30 seconds all the snow will be melted. Okay, I'm gonna say that all of that snow melted in 4 minutes. Okay, it took it 4 minutes for all that snow to melt. Let's see how long it will take for it to go to a boil now. Okay, because remember we were at 29:30 when we started. Let's see. All right, let's push these in. So far, I'm really liking it. I have to say that I am. I'm really liking it. The only thing is you do need to be careful when you're handling this wood. Okay, be careful more than just burn yourself. But if you're handling this wood, if you push it too hard, you can actually push the whole stove. And in my case here, it'll just fall on the ground. So that would be dangerous in itself if you have other wood structures or anything like that around it. So obviously the best place to use something like this would be away from your house. So I know that some of you may say, hey, you have that too close to your wood pillar there or something like that, but this is just for demonstration. If I were to be using this for a while, to actually be cooking on a regular basis, I would definitely have it away from the house. So yeah, but look at that. Man, pretty happy with it so far. I want to see if that water will boil. That's going to be the real test. Because ladies and gentlemen, that during an SHTF of any kind, what you're going to need mostly is a way to boil water. Because if you can boil water, you can cook. If you can get a pot hot enough to boil water, you will be able to cook. So let's see if this thing's gonna work out. And there's the dogs. I just fed them a whole bunch of food, and they're still looking for food. So they're being fed twice a day now. One in the morning and one in the evening before I go to bed. I'll come out here around 8:30, and I'll feed them a hot meal. In the wintertime, we usually feed them hot meals. So like, I just heated up some ground turkey for them. And then I also put in some leftover rice that I had. And I went ahead and mixed that with a cup of their dog food, of their high nutrient dog food at that. It's a very high nutrient dog food that we feed them in the wintertime. I mixed that with a cup for each of them, and then I pretty much almost filled their bowls. So they'll eat that today, and tonight, before I go to bed, I will give them a cup of regular dog food, you know, like their regular kibbles, like Alpo, and I'll give them each a cup of their high nutrient dog food, and then I'll just throw in some hot water on top of that, and they'll come in and they'll scoop that up. I like to feed them late at night because that way they can go to bed with a full stomach, and that'll help to keep them warm throughout the night if it gets too chilly. So, oh, but look at this. We are getting some soot. I was wondering if that was going to happen, and we are. We're definitely getting some soot on the pan. So it goes to say that if you're going to be using a pot on this, that you will be getting some soot on it. And I'm definitely going to bring this inside and clean all that off, because this is one of my favorite pans or pots. So, but you can see, ladies, look at this. The water is working. You know how you can tell when water is working, when it's getting hotter and hotter. You could almost see it moving around by itself. All right. So it is working. Let's see how. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I actually think that if I were to organize the wood a little bit better in there, that it would probably burn better. You know, like maybe put my longer pieces in the bottom and put the shorter pieces on top of the longer pieces. But you know, that comes with time. That comes with time. A little experience. Oh, let's give this a minute here. I think that probably within the next 2 minutes it'll be boiling. We'll see. Dog, you want to say hello? Say bow wow. Bella, come here and say hi. Come here. You want to say hi and smile? Are you going to smile today? Say hi. Say hello, YouTubers. Come on, here. No? What about you, dog? Come here. Give me your paw. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Dog over here is a hog. Anytime that dog sees me petting Bella, she comes right over and gets in the way. Oh, but there they go. They're going to play. Oh, here you go, JT. All right, Jay Tully, here's your snow. I'll let you guys see the dogs go at it for a little bit. Yeah, but I definitely think that I could do a better job with feeding this wood. Yeah, I think I could have probably done a better job with picking, you know, like I said, with placing the wood there in a more strategic manner. But still, for someone that's never used one of these before, is extremely easy for me to use. It's like this thing, one thing I don't like about it, one thing that I didn't like about it is it didn't come with any instructions whatsoever. Like, for example, now that I have started it, now that I've turned this on, I would recommend that instead of starting it with paper, that you use an S-Bit tablet or maybe a cotton ball with Vaseline on it or something like that, that would allow it to give you a cleaner start. All right, instead of putting paper in there. And you can see all of the little paper embers all over the place. You see it's on top of the wood. And as you, I mean, on top, not on top of the wood, but on top of that little platform right there. And you can see that the fire is burning pretty hot because you can already see it start to get a little bit discolored from the heat. Okay. But let's see. I'm really hoping that this thing will catch on and start boiling here pretty soon. I'm all out of wood, so if it doesn't do it with this wood, it's not going to do it. I probably used about, let me see. I had some 1x6s, okay, from siding that I had, or from tongue and groove that I had scraps of. And I usually take all my scraps and you see the barrel over there by the dog's pen? You probably can't see it, but if you'll see a steel barrel there. If it gets extremely cold in the wintertime, if it gets extremely cold like overnight, I'll fill that barrel up with wood and I'll set it on fire, and then I'll put a lid on it like halfway closed. That way it'll smolder all night long and keep some heat radiating towards the doghouse, and that keeps them more than enough. But I've only had to do that twice in the going on 3, this is our 3rd winter here. I've only had to do that 2 times because they got below 40 degrees and they were just fine. And that produced plenty of heat for them to stay warm over the night. And for those of you that are new subscribers, they have a doghouse. They are outside dogs. And they do have a doghouse that is extremely well insulated. So only in extreme colds do I have to put wood in that barrel so that they can be comfortable at night. But let's see. I mean, it's working. It's working, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really curious to see if this thing... Ooh, that pot is hot too. Well, the water looks like it's starting to get... You see the water is starting to steam a little bit. I'm going to give it about another 3 minutes with you guys on here, because I really don't want for you guys to just watch a fire or just water. So if it's not boiling within another 2 to 3 minutes, then we'll call it good, and I'll let you guys know during the next video how many minutes it took for it to boil. Because right now we've been at it for 13 minutes. We've been at it for about 13 minutes from the time that the snow was on there to now. All right? That's about how long it's been running. Dogs, what are you guys doing? Come here. Say hello. Sit. Come here, sit. Come here. Here, let's show him some tricks. Sit. Sit. Give me your paw. Good girl. Look at you. Bella, what are you doing? Come here, Bella. Come here, Bella. What you doing? What are you doing? See, look at dog. Dog is wanting to get in the way. If I pet Bella, dog's got it coming. She just squeezes right in there and kicks Bella out. Right, Bella? Dog doesn't like to share, does she? You guys want treats. I know. You're looking at the door. They're looking at the door asking me for a treat. You guys will get a treat in a minute. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, look at here. It's starting to look like it wants to do something. Let's take this out of here. It's definitely, right now, it's definitely hot enough for you to put into like a freeze-dried meal or a dehydrated meal or something like that. Right now, it's definitely hot enough for that. Okay, so we know we did that. So, but the question is can we get this to a boil from snow, and how long is it going to take? Okay, and like I said, I cut myself off halfway when I told you how much wood I've used so far. So I had some 1x6s that was tongue and groove siding, and I would say that I probably used about 1.5 linear feet of 1x6s, all right, which is 3/4 inch thick by about 5.5 inches wide of wood. I probably used about 1.5 linear feet, if not a little bit less. All right, that was the average because it was little pieces, but when I average them together, I'm guessing that's about how much I used. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. This makes really nice embers. Look at that. That's pretty. That'll definitely stay hot for a long time. Look in there. Very nice. Yeah, I think this thing's about to start boiling any second. Yeah. It makes really, really nice embers. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's starting to want to boil. Look at that. I wanted to get to a roaring boil though, a roaring boil. And of course, also, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that I didn't put a lid on this. Okay, so you could definitely cut down your time if you put a lid on this. But I'm going to call this a boil. It's a very simmering boil. but you can see the water rolling over and so let me see if I can give you guys some room. Here, you can see the water rolling a little bit in there. Yep, it's definitely boiling. I'm going to call that a boil. So let's see, it took 16 minutes, just shy of 16 minutes from snow to water, and there's probably a good, I would say there's probably about a liter of water in there. All right, there's probably about 3 to 4 cups of water in there. All right, easily. All right, so that's not bad at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Say bye, dogs. Say bye. The dogs say bye to you, and they say that they hope that you're having a good weekend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk to you guys tomorrow during the Q&A. All right, and we're going to go ahead and give, this is what we're giving away tomorrow here to those people that donated. All right, so this is what you guys are getting, and I will vouch that it is a good little stove. This thing is boiling really good now. All right, so yeah, not bad at all. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I really am. All right, I don't think it was a waste of money at all. I'm pretty darn happy with it. I'll be using this quite a bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day today. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.